So today we are at the Log Cabins Boulder, checking out this new line that Matt Foltz put up called Logarithm. It's a pretty cool left exit, and not only are we going to be shooting climbing, but I'm going to be talking about how I go about shooting a short climbing piece. So first and foremost, I like to get a lot of B-roll shots around the boulder to give an idea of where we are and what the scene is like here.
I shut my eyes, trying not to speak, pretend that I'm dreaming. I smell your breath, not listening, but I still hear you screaming.
But then when I start filming, I like to pick really nice, clean angles where I can show the boulder and highlight the moves and the aesthetic of the rock and the scenery around me. So for this first shot, simple shot, straight in, just a chalk up shot, show the first moves, and then we'll get a little bit more complicated and have a little bit more fun with the rest of the shots for this boulder problem. So this shot is going to be kind of my main angle. This shows the entire boulder. It gets a good idea of what the boulder looks like, and it kind of shows it from start to finish. So this will be kind of the main angle that I'll be using for almost the entirety of the climbing session. This is going to be a slide shot, and what it's going to do is it's going to start on the left and it's going to pan to the right. It's going to give this really nice aspect of kind of movement along the shot, because everyone knows static shots are boring. So adding movement is really critical to getting a really nice cinematic shot. So this shot is going to look kind of something like this, where as I climb, the camera is going to be moving across this rail system and also tilting or panning at the same time. I'm going to be filming this at 59.94 frames per second, which is 40% of natural speed. That'll just give me a lot more room to work with in post. So if I want to have it at regular speed, I can, but if I want to slow a move or two down to accentuate it, I can do that as well. As you can see in the upper left hand corner of the shot, we do have a little bit that's clipping. As you can see here with the field goals, we are blowing our highlights, which is a real bummer, but there's really nothing we can do about it right now. As you can see, it's pretty blown out there, but that's okay. It's just a very small amount of the image. I don't want to darken the image because I do not want to get noise in the shadows. But it's only a small aspect, kind of a small portion of the frame, and it's only kind of at the end of the shot, so hopefully it won't be too distracting in post. And yeah, I think this will be a really nice shot for the majority of the boulder problem and a good angle to be filming from for send efforts. So I have a slider shot set up here, which, as you can see, the camera's going to slide across the track as I climb the end of the boulder problem right here. This shot is super important because from the other angles it's really impossible to see the end of the climb. The end of the climb is really cool. It has some really hard moves, and if we just did one single angle from the other side of the boulder, the viewer just really would have no idea what the boulder problem was really all about. So this separate angle gives the viewer a much better idea and a much better understanding of what the climb really is like.